Hello everyone, it's Dawn and welcome back to my channel. I hope you've had a good weekend and ready for another week of crafting. So what we're going to do this time is I'm going to do a series. It'll probably last about 2, possibly 3 weeks. Looking at the stack, it'll probably last about 3 weeks. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use dies that I've got in my stash that I've never used. They're the type of dies, I'm sure we've all done it. You go online or you go into a store or a shop and you look at dies and you think, oh, they're fabulous, I'll get them. And you buy them, or I do anyway, buy them and put them away and that they never see the light of day again. But the ones I've got, or many of the ones I've got, if not all of them, are from Card Making Magic back in the days when the wonderful Christina Griffiths was in charge. And I loved her style, it was so ornate. Someone else has taken it over now. She's fantastic too, but her style is very different. So I'm going to use some of these dies that I've not used and see what I can do with them. And the first one that came out of my big bundle of unused dies, this one I hadn't even unsealed it. It's two, as you can probably see there, it's a gatefold panel, 2 gatefold panels, and they are peacocks. And you can use one on its own to make a single card, almost like a DL card, or you can use 2 to make a double gatefold card. Well, we're going to go for broke, as they say, and we're going to make a double. And it's difficult to give sizes because you may not have these dies, but what you need to do is, if you've got dies that you've not used or you've not used very often, what you need to do is you need to take your die. Let me just grab a scrap of paper, one that hasn't got adhesive all over it. This one hasn't. So what you'd need to do, let's just pop that one to one side for a moment, is I've actually more or less lined it up with your paper or your cardstock. You can cut around it if you like, but what I would suggest you do is have it a bit longer than this. I've actually cut this one down to size and run it through. But before you do that, the general size, not necessarily the shape, but the general size, I would mark out to make your card base. But this is going to be a single card base because we're going to use these 2 as the front of the card. And you'll see what I mean, or how that's going to work as we go along. So we've got that one and that one, and they will eventually, these will actually slightly overlap, but that's okay. And so they'll look like they're almost kissing. So that would be quite nice for maybe an anniversary card, or if you do it in silver or white, you could even do it as a wedding card. So I'm going to show you how I've done mine. What I did with mine, I've got some, well, it's not card actually, it's paper. Let me just pop that to one side for a second. It's this beautiful gold paper which came on an A4 pad, but it is only very thin paper and it wouldn't stand up. So what I've done, because peacocks have got these gorgeous colours, not perhaps this colour, but they are gorgeous, they've got more than one colour, I've backed it onto a piece of red card, and I've just used a blob of glue just on the edges, but on the other side. But I thought I'd just put that on now, just to save a bit of time. So this video shouldn't take very long. If it goes to plan, if it goes to plan, she says hopefully, it shouldn't take very long. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring in our card and we're going to lay the first, as I've got this one, it doesn't matter which one you put on first, it really doesn't. So what you do is you lay your panel down. What you need to do on this particular one, because it's a gatefold panel, it has got a fold tab and it's scored. Actually, these dies are beginning to drive me crazy because I keep leaning on them. Let's put them over there. All right, sorry about that. They were beginning to stick to my jumper. New jumper, by the way. So what we're going to do, we're just going to give that a bit of a fold. And then what we do is bring our base card back, line it up like that, so that the edge of the fold, or the score line, so that the score line matches the edge of the paper, or the card, your front card. And then what we do, we turn it over. In fact, you could turn it over and line it up like that. Now, I'm going to use my red runner tape. You can use glue, but I want this to stick first time. So what I would suggest you do, especially if you're using this type of method, because obviously you don't want it to come out of place. So hold it down like that. You run your adhesive, whether you're using glue or tape. In this case, it doesn't matter because we are going to put another panel over the top to hide these flaps. And then fold it over like that and give it a good press. If you use the red runner tape, if you're going to use runner tape, try and find the stick it one, the red one, because as we've said before, that is permanent. But as I say, it doesn't really matter because we are going to stick another panel on the top of that. And then you will have a panel like that. Now, if you want to, you could either on this side or the other one, if you've got this set, you could just have one panel and maybe have some pattern paper and a sentiment, and it will, I'm sure, it will still stand up really nicely. So you could, that's what it looks like. Although if I was going to have a single panel, I'd probably do the left-hand one. But that's up to you. You can do the right-hand one. So if you're going to have a single panel, that's close to what it would look like, depending on what type of paper or cardstock you're going to use. But as I said, we are going to use the other one. We're going to use both panels for this. So again, line up the fold line or the score line with the edge of your card base. Hold it down. Carefully turn it over, and again we're going to hold it down so that it doesn't move. Hopefully it doesn't move. We'll soon find out when we turn it back again. And we're going to run our adhesive along there. Make sure you get it right to the top. Fold it over. Now this one is a bit stiff because I've got glitter paper and it's on top of card, so it's quite stiff, and I've already stuck that down. So give it a nice burnish, and then when you turn it over again, you've got that beautiful card which opens up like that. And now all we need to do is, obviously you don't want those tabs showing on the back because it doesn't look very nice. So what I've done is I've cut a piece of card, white card, the same size as the front card, and I've put some double-sided tape, ordinary double-sided tape, on the back or on one side. And all I'm going to do is turn it over, line it up. I always line mine up from the bottom, but you line yours up whichever way is easiest for you. So just, you can take your time doing this because you want to get it right. Fold it down, so then you've got a beautiful section on the back. You can write a message on the back. You can put some more decorations on the back, or there's plenty of room inside to write your message on the front. Now, if you wanted to, I'm not actually going to decorate this any further, but if you wanted to, you could put some more decorations on here. You could put a mat in the middle and maybe some more white card or paper in the middle for your sentiment. But I think that looks quite pretty like that, especially because it'll be displayed like that. It won't be displayed open. If you were going to do that, you'd have to, I guess, reverse them, but that could be a bit difficult if you tried to reverse the images. But I'm going to have mine like that, and it will stand up. It's sticking to my desk at the moment, but it'll stand up if I rock it backwards. That's how it stands up. It's difficult for you to see it standing up because my camera's above my table. But that, I'm sure you will agree, looks beautiful. And that's no skill of mine. It's because the dies are so beautiful. And so, especially if you're new and you've got these intricate dies, you could just use one of these and your work will look amazing. And I've just knocked my glue over, but never mind. So there we go, guys. There is the first of our using your dies you've never used. That's a bit of a long-winded title, isn't it? I'll see if I can come up with a shorter one by the time the video goes up. And I will see you on Friday with another of my die sets. Actually, this one, the next one, I was just looking from here, is one I have used once before, but I think I tried it out when I first brought the die set. So again, it's the old card making magic from Christina Griffiths. And so I will see you on Friday with another video and another die set. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. And I hope you raid your stash, find dies that either you've not used before or not used very often, or perhaps your favourite dies that you have used, and try and come up with another way of using them. So raid your stash, go mad, have fun, and I'll see you on Friday. And until then, thank you ever so much for subscribing. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. And have a great week. See you soon. Bye bye for now and happy crafting.